Coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, set.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Let go.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's it, baby.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Set. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, look.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Strip that ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Check. He's coming.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 52.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Back to the ground, it's Hill. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go now. Let's see how long.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
This will be caught by Brown. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Let's get it.
On 1st and 10, Holden. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Drew draw Corker. 5.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Holden. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 27, Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Let's get it down.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
90, Wolf. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 35 on second down, Jackson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
That's it. Big hit.
And it's third down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Hey, Alpha, 61, match.
Now it's the backup Greer. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
A run for Hill. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So the Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pick.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Come on, set. 10 over. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Fight.
After the run, Greer going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Greer, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Greer. Got some room at the 30. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
50, plant, recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun on third down, Greer. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Greer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deone Bucannon.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but... And look at this. It's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Pilot, 64.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, it's Greer. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Greer now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
48
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2-jet bombers. 2-jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Greer. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
94. You ain't got nothing.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Ready?
From the 40 now on second down. Greer. He's got the hook up to Miller. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Greer now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Greer on first down. Floating one, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Greer sets to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Check 24, check 24.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, lock it.
On second down, here's Greer. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Let's go. 6 yards. 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Hill one more time. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Ferguson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw, Greer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Silver.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 57.
Watch twin step.
To the air again, Greer. Forced out to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
70, Indy.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Again, McCaffrey looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now it's Greer. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.